like this project because I think it's a cool community project. You know, see the smile on the kids' faces when they ride the carousels, or even the grown-ups. You know, we've had carvers that were older it's kind of a social thing to them, but they come in and carve, and I think it just gives them a purpose in life and makes them want to come in and stuff, and I think it's just a great community project, and I think
Harry the Eagle, you can check by the poster behind me. That's what he's supposed to look like when he's done. So when I got Harry, he was just a big block of wood. So I've carved off quite a bit of wood from him to try to round him out and give him a little shape. The big challenge when doing something like this is taking a two-dimensional picture and making something three-dimensional. So we use as much, if it's a real animal, we use as many lifelike pictures as possible to use. We've got a book about eagles that we use to try to make these animals as lifelike as possible. So one of the things we hang our hat on here is that our animals are as lifelike and true to nature as they possibly can be. As round as they can be, with as much detail as we can have on them. They're all hand carved by volunteers.
Foxy's been upstairs for a little while, but when they come up, they are just wood. They've just been finished being carved, and we have a team of painters, usually 2 or 3 people who work on them, and they start priming it. So we prime with, you know, oil-based primer and thinner and stipple, so that the paint really gets into all the little nooks and crannies and pores of the wood. And basswood that it's carved out of really soaks up the paint.
Hi, my name's Mary, and I'm gonna show you guys how we do stippling on the animals. What the stippling does is you lay down the paint and then you use a stippling brush, and what it does is it removes all of the brush strokes. So I've got the paint color we mixed up. This is for Blake, and so we're doing at least 4 coats of his base coat just to make him nice and sturdy. So I've got a little bit of thinned out oil paint, and you lay it down, and I don't do big sections at a time just because I don't want to miss the places, and I don't know if you can see the brush strokes. So what we do is you go back over with your stippling brush and you pounce out all the little brush strokes. And what this does is this breaks up the paint and it makes it lay down super smooth. So all the animals have the same stippling technique, and it starts with the primer is stippled, and we have 3 coats of primer. That's all stippled, and then we'll have, like I said, probably 5 coats of the base coat, and then we'll start the detail work. So this is the stippling technique we use on the animal.
I love painting at the Carousel. In 2007, when I heard that they were still carving on animals and still needed painters, I said, sign me up. I was here probably the next day to sign up to paint. And it took me 3 years before I finally got to paint on one of the animals, but I've now painted on 5. I feel so lucky and blessed to be working on such an amazing project. Thank heavens for Wendy that she thought about this. And it's one of those things that my children and grandchildren will get to come to forever and ever and ever, and they'll know that Grandma painted on some of these things.